You are not behind. You are not behind. You are not behind. You may be tired. You may have taken a longer route than you expected. You may have had setbacks and disappointments, responsibilities, healing, grief, children, bills, fear, or just a whole lot of life happen to you. But that's not the same thing as being behind. Comparison will make you feel behind. It'll make you look at someone else's life and disrespect your own. Comparison will make you question your timing, your progress, your worth, and even your dream. It'll do far more than hurt your feelings. It'll keep you stuck. It will cloud your clarity and drain your hope. Don't let it distract you from your own lane. Yes, you have a lane that is destined for you. And that's why we have to talk about it. Welcome back to How to Dream. I'm Deedee Cummings, and this is episode 6. You are not behind. The comparison detox. This season has been helping us come back to ourselves. Every week, we've worked on protecting our hope. And today we are talking about one of the biggest things that steals both hope and clarity: comparison. Because you can know what you want, you can feel your next chapter calling you. You can even be ready to move. But if you are constantly watching someone else, you can still talk yourself out of your own life. That is how serious this is. Comparison does not just make people feel bad. Comparison makes people feel stuck. Of all the things we've talked about, comparison can be the thing that holds you back the most with the least reason. Think about it. Why do we care what anyone else is doing? Our journey belongs to us. Comparison is dangerous because it does not just make you notice other people, it makes you misread yourself. All of a sudden, you're looking at someone else's timing and calling your timing failure. You call your progress insignificant because you are a witness to someone else's success. Why is that? We should be inspired by that success, not blinded by it. Embrace the success you see and be happy for them. Learn from it and keep moving. You cannot look at someone else's polished middle and compare that to your messy beginning. That's not fair and it's not accurate. Comparison is built on incomplete information. You do not know what support they had, what they sacrificed. You don't know how long it really took to get where they are. You don't know how much help they got or what pain they are carrying. You have no idea how many times they almost quit. There's a whole lot you can't see, but you decide to compare yourself to the finished product. Does that make sense? Comparison does not care about context or history or struggle. It only wants one thing: to pull your eyes off your own lane. Baby, if you don't get honest about that, you will stay stuck. You're not going to be able to build your life while constantly measuring it against someone else's life. That is not your life. You cannot hear your own calling while constantly monitoring someone else's progress. And you will never move with peace while constantly asking, why not me yet? When will it be my turn? Why can't I have that? Why can't I have that should never be a question you ask yourself. If you feel yourself asking, why can't I have that? You need to shift that to, I'm getting that. This is why comparison is one of the biggest ways people lose both hope and clarity. It sends your future back into that fog we keep talking about. You thought you knew, you thought you were clear. One side look later and you are lost all over again. You're torturing yourself. You let that steal your hope. You let that make your life feel small. And it walked right out the door with all your clarity because it made you forget what is actually yours to build. I'll share a personal story with you about a therapy company that I built. And I built it at a time when the structure that I was building was new. And many, many people told me that I could not do what I was doing. I ignored them. I did not waste time arguing with them or trying to justify my decision or explain my actions. I just kept building. And I was right. My company was a huge success. So successful, in fact, that many people tried to take a shortcut. And instead of going out and building their own thing, they kept trying to take what I built. It happened over and over again. And I know I'm not alone. It happens in a lot of industries. That is why I'm sharing this with you, because it could happen to you too. I want you to keep building anyway. But there was this one little chick who did not just try to take what I had, she tried to turn everyone against me. While she was trying to take the dream that I had built, she talked about me a lot. And a lot of what she said kept coming back to me. I found that I did not need to hear a word of it. None of it mattered to me or my journey. She was as insignificant as a fly on my window. So one day, a male therapist, yes, males gossip too, came into my office and was telling me something that she said to him about me. He told me she wants to be you so bad. And I said to him, you tell her that as long as she is talking about me, she will never have what I have. Family, do you know I never heard her say another word about me? I guess she got that message. And I need you to get it too. We are not each other's competition. There is nothing but opportunity out there. There is nothing but doors with your name on it. But if you are watching someone else, you will never see them. Let's talk about that word, behind. I have so many therapy and consulting clients come to me and tell me that they are behind. Behind according to who? According to what clock? Whose path? According to what timeline that may not have even belonged to you in the first place? You've been busy, you've been healing and raising children, trying to survive financially. You've been carrying grief, starting over, trying to hold everyone else together while figuring out how not to disappear yourself. And then when you finally get the chance to look up, you compare your timeline to someone who had a completely different set of circumstances, and that causes you to decide you must be behind. No, that's not wisdom. That's cruelty. You are not behind because your path required healing. You are not behind because you needed time to grow. You are not behind because your story included detours, heartbreak, caregiving, survival, or rebuilding. That becomes a part of your story. That's what makes your journey yours. That is what's going to make people care about what you have to say. The longer route was building something in you that the shortcut never could have built. Sometimes what felt late was actually right on time for the period where you are in life right now, for the version of you who can hold what you used to only dream about. At some point, you have to put blinders on, and I mean that quite literally. You have to stop checking who got there first, who looks more successful, who appears to have more money, more followers, or who looks more certain than you do. You have to stop looking at who is doing what you only wish you were doing. Because as long as you are constantly looking sideways, you're going to struggle with moving forward. You can't look left and look right and go straight. You cannot run your race well while studying everybody else's lane. Some people are not stuck because they're not capable, they're stuck because they're distracted. They are so busy measuring, watching, comparing, questioning, resenting, and mentally tracking other people's lives that they have lost touch with their own assignment. So let me say this clearly. Your lane is enough. Your path has information in it. Your story has wisdom in it. Your timing has purpose in it. Your journey has something to teach you. Did you miss it? Here is how you put blinders on. We are going to shift this thought. Why don't I have that? We're going to shift that thought to, I bless what is happening for them, and now I am coming back to my own life. That is power. Come back to your own life. Come back to you. Your journey is there. Probably one of the worst things comparison does is erase your evidence. It makes you forget what you've already survived, what you've learned, what you've built, and that you needed the journey you've been on because you are so much stronger now. It makes you forget how far you've come, how much you've already overcome. Comparison is rude like that. It will have you acting like your growth does not count because it was quiet. But your life is full of evidence, evidence that you kept going. Your life picked you back up and set you on your path again, even after disappointment. Evidence that you not only learned, but that you became wiser. You needed that experience. Your journey needed that time. Evidence that you survived things that could have taken you out, but they didn't. They did not. This is peace. This is you telling yourself the truth. This is the shift you need to make because feeling behind will make you behind. It causes you to lose time. Feeling behind will actually cause you to be behind. But you are not behind. Just that belief alone picks you up and sets you up on a platform that gives you a different view. So I need you to see that. I need you to believe that. I am you. Join me up here on this hill. Can you see the view? You are not behind. I am standing here with you. A crucial part of detoxing from comparison is learning to look at your own life with respect again. You deserve that. Your life deserves that. I want to give you a reframe today. Reframing is life-changing because it takes you from stuck to the top of this hill that you and I are on, where you can look at things differently. We're not looking at the lies that we were told. We're not looking at the lies that hold us back. We are up here together so we can see the truth. Here is our next shift. Your path is your assignment. Not because suffering is somehow magical, but because your life is your life. If you keep resenting your path for not looking like someone else's path, you will stay disconnected from what your path is trying to teach you. And that's where the real magic is. Comparison does not just make you insecure, it makes you unclear. It makes you forget what you want. It makes you question what you know. It makes you lose trust in your own rhythm, your own pace, your own becoming. And that's why it's so dangerous. Comparison keeps you stuck. It clouds your clarity, drains your hope, and distracts you from your path. And the more time you spend in that cycle, the harder it becomes to build what actually belongs to you. So today I want to call you back. Come back. Stand here with me on this hill. Come back to your life. Back to your path. Come back to your evidence, your timing, your assignment, because that is where your power is. The power is in your lane. It's in your journey. Let's walk through it together. Take a deep breath all the way in. Hold it. Now let it all the way out. Again, let's take a deep breath all the way in. Hold it. Now let it all the way out. Let's move through the make-away mindset steps. Let's reset. Say these words to yourself. My life is my life. My timing is my timing. I do not need to rush my becoming. I am on a hill with a different view. I am focused on my own lane. Let those words settle into your spirit while you breathe fully, all the way in and all the way out. Let's name it. Where has comparison been showing up in your life the most? Is it through social media? In your career? Is it showing up in your relationships? Body image? In your creativity? Visibility? Or success? Name it honestly. Name it for yourself. And then ask, whose life have I been watching so closely that I've lost focus on my own? Name that too, not to shame yourself. This is not about shame. This is about freedom. Free yourself by naming it. What have you been paying attention to that is a waste of your time? Let it go. It will be very difficult for you to get where you need to be if you cannot convince yourself to let that go. Now shift one thought. We're going to stop telling ourselves I'm behind because that's a lie. That's not true. We're going to shift that thought to my journey belongs to me. My journey is my testimony. Or you might like this thought better. I refuse to disrespect my own life because it looks different from what I have been told success should look like. It's perfectly fine to use one of these thought shifts as an example in your life, or you can come up with your own. Now we are going to work on building our evidence list. I want you to name 3 things that prove you are not where you used to be. And they don't have to be big dramatic things. They can be things like, I came back after disappointment, or I finally admitted out loud what I want. I'm tougher than I used to be. I protect my peace more than I used to. Write down 3 pieces of evidence in your life. Then write down one place where you need to put blinders on. What do you need to stop watching so you can show your life the respect that it deserves and come back to your own lane? Here's an interesting story to add here. I'm from Kentucky, home of the Kentucky Derby, so I hear a lot of stories about horses. Did you know that horses often wear blinders? Yes, they wear blinders, literal blinders, and maybe we should too. Trainers put blinders on horses to keep horses from being stressed out or distracted by other horses, especially in a race. Blinders help horses improve their focus. Fascinating when you think about what's going on in our lives. We are not the only beings on the planet who mess up our lane by watching something else. And in a crowd, horses often have to wear blinders to keep them from shying away or running away from distractions. Blinders help horses pay attention to what is in front of them so that they can ignore everything else. So I want you to practice putting your blinders on. Let's take our very real, very doable step by saying, within 24 hours, I will protect my clarity by, and then pick one thing that you know will help you protect your clarity. And maybe that means you're going to take a break from social media. We don't really need it. And then define what that break is. Are you going to stop looking at social media from the time that you wake up in the morning until 11 a.m.? Are you going to detox from social media for an entire week? Are you going to close one of your accounts that don't make you feel good? I hear a lot of people say they like one social media platform over another because one makes them feel good and one doesn't. You can stop following social media accounts that trigger scarcity in you. Oh man, that's really deep. Stop following social media accounts that trigger scarcity in you. That's powerful. You could also stop yourself from checking in on someone else's journey as a way to compare yours. If you're actively doing that, that does not help you. It will distract you. Or how about within the next 24 hours, I will journal about the evidence I see in my life. If you're having trouble coming up with this, listen to this episode with a friend, and then you journal the evidence about the friend, and the friend journals their evidence, and then you share that. Because you will see that when it's hard to come up with that evidence in your own life, someone else will be able to do that for you. Or you can stop to intentionally celebrate one thing in your life. It's okay to celebrate ourselves. And most weeks we have a lot of stuff to celebrate. A boundary we put in place, something that we shared with someone that was a truth that was hard for us to say out loud, but we did it anyway. Take the time to celebrate change in your life. That's evidence too. Here's a great one, and I strongly recommend you do this one soon. Spend one day dedicated to yourself and focus solely on what is yours to build. Bathe in it. Spend the entire day dreaming about what is yours to build. Every time you turn your eyes back to your own life, you make dreaming more possible. Come with me. Stand with me on top of this hill. Can you see what's down below? We ain't concerned with that. Now look over. Do you see that mountain? That is where your dream lives, and you are one real step closer. Feel yourself with me on top of this hill and say these affirmations with me. I am not behind. My path is different and it is beautiful, flaws and all. My path belongs to me. My healing counts. My timing is divine. And I will not let comparison steal my hope, cloud my clarity, or distract me from my purpose. This is the prompt I want you to sit with this week. Write about it, think about it, talk about it. Where have I been looking sideways so long that I've stopped fully showing up for my own life? That's the question. That answer may be the very place where your power returns, where you come back to yourself and you join me on this hill with the beautiful view. I wrote this episode for you. How do I know that? Because we all struggle with this. It's a very human thing to compare ourselves to the story of another. We all struggle with trusting that our path unfolded the way it had to, that is our story, that is our purpose, and it's our testimony. And without our journey, we can't get this view. I want you to do two simple things today. First, write down your 3 pieces of evidence, 3 reasons that you know demonstrate that your life is not standing still. Second, write down one place where you need to put your blinders on. One place where you need to stop watching, stop measuring, stop comparing, and come back to your own lane. Come back to yourself. Comparison will not keep me stuck. I am coming back to my own life. That's how we do it. That's the whole secret. Feeling behind will actually put you behind. You are not behind. If you're walking through this season with me, write these words in your How to Dream workbook too, because this is the kind of work that protects hope, restores clarity, and gets people moving again. You can get a completely free How to Dream workbook right inside of the How to Dream book. And I'm giving you a free chapter of the How to Dream book, which you can easily find right here in the podcast show notes. Oh, I sure hope that you are feeling inspired and hopeful. I have been getting so many comments already from listeners who tell me what this journey is doing for their minds and for their spirit. Don't quit this work. Stick with this. I believe in you. And I'll see you in the next episode where we will keep working to protect our hope and get our dreams in motion.